There has been an update to the abandoned children who were found with the skeletal remains in the apartment in Houston. Let's talk about it. Well, good evening, Black Lounge. I hope you guys are doing excellent. Shout out to all my new subs, everybody that's been tuning in, and also all the new members as well. Truly appreciate you guys. Make sure you check out the members only page for all my members, and check out all the new videos and everything that we have out. Just wanted to let you guys know that. Just going to give you guys a quick update on this abandoned juvenile situation. Looks like the mother has in fact been taken into custody, as I told you guys earlier, but she's also been released. Okay, no charges have been filed in this case. This is a very serious, weird case that's taken a lot of turns and dives, and nobody is really understanding what is happening here. But it turns out also that neighbors in the area, which appears to be an apartment complex in Harris County in Houston, Texas, it looks like neighbors have in fact been complaining about the smell coming from the area. They really weren't sure where it was coming from. I mean, who expects there to be a dead body in the apartment next door? So they really didn't know what was going on, but they were in fact contacting management, letting them know, especially the lady that lived in the apartment right next door to them. She said that she had moved into the apartment about 18 months ago, and about 4 months into her living there is when she started noticing the decomposing smell. She didn't know that it was a decomposing body, of course, but she did let management know on several occasions over a course of a year that there was a horrible, putrid smell coming through the HVAC system. She could smell it coming through her every time she turned on the air conditioner. She said she couldn't even use her air conditioner because it was such a putrid smell. And she finally just moved out of the place. She just got tired of dealing with it. And so she ended up moving out. Another neighbor claimed that they were actually giving food to the children. So that's how the children were getting food. It wasn't the mother coming and dropping food off to the kids. It was neighbors that were giving food to, especially the 15-year-old. How the neighbor didn't feel like this was, fishy, and that maybe they should be contacting Child Protective Services or contacting the local police, I really don't know. I can't answer that. The neighbor didn't answer that either. But yeah, they were claiming to do what they thought was due diligence and just giving food to the kids. Me personally, I think I would have wanted to contact Child Protective Services after an extended period of time of giving food to a family, and I never see the mother or never see the father or anything, and the children are quite evasive. I think I would definitely want to get a welfare check done on those kids. Another question I had was about the school system. Why nobody in the school questioned why this 9-year old who they found the skeletal remains of the 9-year-old, why no teachers or no school districts question that? Even with the children being homeschooled last school year, they still had to turn in schoolwork. Okay, they had everything was online, everything was by the computer, but they still had work to turn in that was being graded. Nobody ever thought about finding out what was going on, why this child hasn't been attending school, why nothing has been happening. Nope. There's just so many holes in this story and so many people that could have tried to help in this situation, and nobody stepped up in this situation. Makes me wonder why, who these people are, who the mother is, and what's going on with this. And then the fourth one I thought was an issue was how management, like I said, was made aware of the smell. And apparently, or according to management, and also according to the neighbors in the complex, They stated that maintenance supposedly and allegedly does routine checks on every single apartment in the complex. Well, apparently that hasn't been the case. Maybe they thought that they were doing these complex, that they were doing these checks on these apartments, but apparently maintenance has not been doing that. Okay, because if they had, they would have a long time ago, about a year or so ago, discovered the dead decomposing body of a 9-year-old boy, and they would have also discovered a 15, a 10, and a 7-year-old abandoned in this apartment. How this all, I guess, started to come to a place that the children couldn't handle it anymore was the electricity apparently was turned off in the apartment about 2 weeks ago. So I'm thinking that around that time is when, around that time is probably when it just became overbearing, to the child. I can't imagine being a 15-year-old trying to raise my 10 and 7-year-old brother, and my 9-year-old brother is dead in the other room. I can't imagine the anguish that was over this child and the other children, the horror that these children saw and that they were dealing with. I can't imagine. I don't know if they were afraid to say something. I don't know if the 15-year-old was just had been abused so much that they were now just desensitized to this kind of stuff, or whatever. But apparently, Child Protective Services has been involved with this family in the past. There is a history of Child Protective Services being involved with the family. Why they haven't been following up, I don't know. But apparently, they said they didn't have any open cases on the family at this time. Well, apparently, there's an open case now. The Child Protective Services has now had an emergency hearing. They had that hearing today to remove the children from the house. And so the children have been removed from the home. And the mother's just sitting around twiddling her thumbs. She got released from the cops. There were no charges filed or anything. They didn't even say where they found her, but they did say that they located her and the boyfriend. But they're not saying where they found them. I think this case is just absolutely horrific. I will be continuing to follow this case and update you guys as I get updates on it. But yeah, let's pray for these kids, and the pain that they have suffered in the past year, at least the past year, and probably well before that. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, that's the story. That's the update for now. You guys stay tuned and I will keep you guys posted on any additional information. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.